this internet is this sort of digital playground
Yeah.
that really has molded, for good or for ill, the perceptions, sensibilities, and activities of people our age, especially. Now, there are a lot of folks who are much older who don't deal with this kind of stuff. They still read the newspaper, the physical newspaper. If this, they still have it in their town. They still, some of them have flip phones.
Sure.
I mean, they may go on Facebook sometimes, but that's about it. Whereas our lives are kind of, a lot of our lives kind of just we live on the internet. So how do you think this has impacted, particularly, let's do this by area, how
Yeah.
young folks have interacted with the political realm? How has
Okay.
this
Yeah.
impacted it?
That's a great question. I think the more we see people throwing up their political associations and identities and what they believe in, like kind of just all at once, kind of in your face. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with, like, I know you have the rainbow emoji in your Twitter bio. I think that's fine. But I think if everything that you do
There's a
and
reason
say,
for that.
oh, yeah, no, sure. Well, do you want to?
Yes, yes, because I've had a lot of folks ask me about this. Christian, why is there the rainbow flag
Yeah,
emoji in your Twitter bio? Okay, I do it for a few reasons. Number one, I want to make it very clear to people, and I hate that I have to even do this.
sure.
I
Sure.
want to make it very clear to people that there are some people when they find me online, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I did a Tom McDonald reaction video one time," and no, I didn't. No, actually, I did an NF. NF is this Christian rapper. I did an NF reaction video one time, and there were these people in the comments saying, "Oh my God, you're a prophet," or "You're a great man of God," and "Oh my God, you need to be leading the church somewhere." I'm like, hold on, man, hold on. You don't know
Sure.
what? I'm not what? I was so I'm like, you know what? I wonder if you would be saying that if you knew some of my some of if you knew a lot of part of me, a
Sure.
certain part of me rather.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I want people to be informed when they make comments about me.
Sure.
Um,
Fair enough.
Now, having said that, I put that in my bio a year or two ago.
Okay.
And that was when, and I'll be very honest with you, Paul, I'll be honest, that was when I was trying to be. There was a point in my life where I said, I'm going to be the gay libertarian, the gay conservative, and I'm going to
Mhm.
go out here and I'm going to win this culture war as the gay conservative.
Sure.
Now, over the past 9 months or so, I began to realize that that kind of thing, typecasting myself as the gay conservative, is
Hmm.
what people would see me as forever if I settled
The,
in that
that
position.
one branding, like what you were
Yes,
doing was you were branding yourself as a thing, and there's sort of like this
yes,
power to the brand, and people
yes.
follow that brand because, oh, look, it's so unusual to see a gay conservative. Oh, look at this.
And then that's all I would be, though. That's
Right.
all I would be. And I realized, you know what, Chris, you have so much more to offer this world than simply your who you like to have, sex with or whatever, who you are
Sure.
sexually attracted to. You have
Sure.
so much more. As Walt Whitman said, you contain multitudes. Even if you contradict yourself, it's okay because you contain so many multitudes within you. You need to let
If
those multitudes.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, if you take that multitudes thing seriously, like 100 characters in your Twitter bio is not enough to fit all of the multitudes of your
Right.
personality. So,
I mentioned before, when you reduce the fact, or when you eliminate the fact that you contain multitudes up in your soul, up in your human DNA, and your mouth and your mind being the engine of those multitudes, and your mouth being the delivery vessel for those multitudes. When you get rid of all that stuff, which goes into our fundamental human uniqueness, our existential uniqueness, when you get rid of all that stuff, you can be typecast and cast in general in a certain light, and understood in a certain light, and invalidated in a certain light. And this sort of singularity, essentialization of the human being as one part of themselves has been one of the greatest historical has led to some of the greatest historical atrocities in humankind, the history of humankind, or mankind rather.
sure.
The witch trials. First of all, most people that were burnt were not witches, but the few that were, they were understood solely as
Yeah.
witches.
Yeah.
So
It's a label, it's a
right,
categorization. Yeah.
right, and labels are fine. if they are simply used for a general understanding. But the problem is labels have become an essential, entire understanding of
Well, yes, it's
oneself.
become everything you are now.
Yes,
There's no
yes.
nuance, and that's
And
my problem with this reverse apathy we're seeing. If you slap like a 4 or 5 letter acronym in your Twitter bio, that can't be the end all be all of who you are. Like you want an
exactly.
emoji, like you want like a string of emojis representing you. Like come on, there's no depth.
Exactly. And again, the digital space aids this kind of mediocrity, this kind of mediocre thinking, right? It aids it. And so I think that we see this kind of apathy translate into how people view political issues.